Hello, I'm Kathleen, and I'm welcoming you to Hiking with Kathleen. Now, typically when I hike, I'm not sitting in a vehicle, but today, Shannon and I are going on our first camping trip for the season. So in Ontario, pandemic restrictions started to loosen about a week and a half ago, and we had reservations for a campground to actually go there for today, and today is June 20th. So we are on our way there. We are in two separate vehicles because this campground is not too terribly far from where we live. And Shannon is driving her SUV because it's equipped with kayak racks. So she's bringing the kayaks. And then we've got a bike rack that fits into her tow receiver, her hitch receiver. So she's going to be able to bring the toys, and I'm bringing our travel trailer, behind me. So anyway, I think we have all of our gear, and the great thing is, like, we only have, within a couple of hours to get to the campground, and then after we finish unpacking, the fun begins because we'll be here for a week. So we invite you along to join us on this, and you're going to have a chance to see different trails. We'll be kayaking in different bodies of water, and probably do some cooking over the campfire, something we quite enjoy doing. So I'm glad you're here. Please stick around. I'm getting pretty excited. We're getting very close. You can see we're in a pretty forested area where we're driving along on this area of the highway. So anyway, it won't be long now where we'll be pulling in so we can register, get over to our site, get all set up, and the adventure begins. First day at the campground. And this is me out here bird watching. I want you to get the full effect of what this means. I'm sitting inside the cat tent because Miss Miley was mewing and looking like she was ready to go back in the trailer, where I was very happy to sit at that big person's table with my coffee. The cat always seems to win, right? Anyway, hope you're enjoying your day. How do you feel about your life as a kitty who goes camping? Thank you for sharing your tent with me. And your trailer. It's a lot more interesting out here, isn't it, kitty? Yeah. Going out for a little morning walk. We're very close to the Ausable River. I just want to have a look at the river in its undisturbed state before it starts getting busy around the campground. Love this coolish weather while I'm out here camping, because it started off, it was only 9 degrees this morning. Perfect, 9 degrees Celsius. And I think our high today is supposed to be 18 degrees. It's going to be a lot hotter the rest of the week. But it's nice where you have to wear a jacket and the sky is nice and clear. The only day it was supposed to rain was yesterday, and we got through that okay. Enjoy the sights and sounds. That's a Sora that we can hear with that sort of gargling sound that's across the way. It's a bird that has long legs, is shy, but you get to hear it almost all the time when you're down in a marsh, at least in southwestern Ontario. That sound. That's the one. having trouble keeping up. That's cool. Today's a little bit windy, and so we're out here on the Ausable River, Pinery Park, and by staying closer to the shore, not only are we hoping to see more critters, but we're hoping that the wind will have a little bit less of an impact. So we have our kayaks today, as Shannon and I are going to head out for a paddle and stop for lunch somewhere. White lily pads are called fragrant lily pad. The yellow ones are called yellow lily pad. So we have fragrant for the white and yellow for the yellow colored ones. It's not easy to paddle through here, but my hope was to find interesting things. We've got a couple of turtles. These are painted turtles. You never see too many turtles. Okay, we found our lunch spot. We're going in for a landing. Pretty quiet here. So here's our storage container, the one that we made into a waterproof storage container, and lo and behold, we're gonna have some lunch here. Okay, nice and bone dry. So that's a nice thing to find out that that works. Now granted, we didn't have any torrential rain or anything, but it seemed to work out just fine. I'm going to just put mine on loosely because I'm going to use that to bring my straps back. Okay, so we just finished lunch. We're sitting on that dock over there that's behind me, and met a really nice couple from the Toronto area. So we were just visiting with them, so we didn't do any footage during our lunchtime because we were busy visiting. Hello. And so they went, we all four had Tillies on, and so they told me about the Tilly knot, because there's a Tilly store and the salesperson showed them how to do the Tilly knot. So the woman took my Tilly and she said, here, I'll show you. And she did mine. So there's a Tilly knot so that you can just loosen and tighten your Tilly strap without having to, undo your knot. So anyway, told Shannon. She looked a little bit impressed, but I figure she'll be more impressed when she realizes that she needs to try and copy what I have, because I don't know how she did it. I wasn't paying attention. I was putting my gear on when that woman helped me out. Anyway, so there's a Tilly knot. If you're going to have a Tilly, you may as well know how to do that. Good thing we have our bands, our straps on right now, just because it's so windy out here. As much as we were getting blown around on the way down the river, going upriver, we were really having to, maintain our course because of the wind gusts. That's okay. It's certainly keeping us cool. Good morning. I'm out here just before 7 o'clock on one of the trails at the Pinery, and it was important for me to try to get out as early as possible. Yes, I've been up since about 5, but then I needed to have some cat time in the cat tent, have my coffee. But I wanted to get out here before other campers and hikers came through, in the hopes of being able to find some good video opportunities. I've already passed a small flock of turkeys, wild turkeys. There were 3 of them. I waited for them to walk across the road as I was driving here. And I was just, another camper passed in their vehicle. So the nice thing about Pinery is everything is so spread out. So there'll be other trails that campers will probably head to first. And my favorite trail is the Riverside Trail. I haven't been on this trail for a very, very long time. And it's just interesting to be able to see any improvements that have been made. It's all screened, so you don't have to worry about muddy boots or anything. And I can see there's a swale over there. So with there being a wetland, it could potentially be a bit buggy in here, but that's okay. Pinery actually doesn't really have a mosquito issue because of the porous sandy soil. So, out here early in the morning, and we'll see what kind of interesting wildlife we can find. Yeah, so I have the camera focused on a tree trunk, and that tree trunk has a lot of gypsy moth caterpillars. Yeah, so it's a real infestation that they have here. It doesn't matter what kind of tree. That tree is an oak tree. This one here is some sort of a prunus species, and they're all over it. Yeah, gypsy moths are not choosy. They'll eat whatever is available. So anyway, fortunately trees put out 80% more leaves than they need, but I mean some of them are just probably going to be stripped of most of those leaves, and that makes it very hard for the trees to photosynthesize, to be able to use the energy from the sun to convert into their food energy. So anyway, it's a cyclical way of existence. So they eat themselves, gypsy moth caterpillars eat themselves out of house and home, and then their population declines and it builds up. So this happens over the years. So we'll see what happens after this year. just checking out one of the docks that's at the North Bridge. And this is where I'm seeing a fair number of turtles that are basking in the sun. It's not that late, it's about 8:30 in the morning, and temperatures aren't too high yet. You trying to get ahead of me? No. She had a good roll on. You can go ahead. No way. What do you mean?
I don't want to be in the video.
She's camera shy today.
If I had 1,000 tongues, I would sing with everyone. Voices like a mountain song. Sing, you are my only one. Oh my, oh my, oh my days. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. But life can be this good. I would launch 1,000 ships just to be about your lips, tell them all to sail away, just to see you every day. Oh my, oh my, oh my days. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Never understood, but life can be this good. If I lived 1,000 lives, I'd spend them all with you beside. Never-ending deja vu. Never-ending days with you. Oh my, oh my, oh my days.
Now I'm making this look easy. So I'm huffing and puffing.
Life is wonderful. Oh, life is wonderful. Never understood how life can be this good. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Never understood.
What a great way to get around the park.
Life can be this good.
wintry weather, but it doesn't look like very friendly skies.
I've been thinking about you and it's making me smile. I am falling in love with you. I've known it for a while because you make me happy just thinking about you. Yeah, you make me happy. It's hard being without you. When will I be with you again? It's hard to wait till then. When will I see your smiling face? When will I feel your embrace? I miss your lips, your kisses. I miss your touch. We've been apart too long. I want you so much. I've been thinking about you and it's making me smile. I am falling in love with you. I've known it for a while because you make me happy whenever I see you. Yeah, you make me happy. I just want to be with you. Because you make me happy whenever I see you. Yeah, you make me happy. I just want to be with you. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, you make me happy whenever I'm near you. Yeah, you make me happy. Can't wait till you're here with me. Yeah.
Something on the road up ahead. It's a turkey. Okay. Okay, so let's not scare it. I'll see if I can get, yeah, I know, there's cars coming. Okay, so we have a wild turkey on the road up ahead. Okay, and she's gone. Hi. She's right there. We're hitting the trail. We're heading home. We just checked out the weather and we're planning to leave the park a day early. We're going to leave tomorrow, and that way we can pack up most of our goods when everything is still dry. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. It might even rain tonight, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow in the early afternoon. So we'll head home, unpack, and hopefully get all that done before it really starts to rain. And then we'll be in the comfort of our dry home by then. Well, we're kind of at the point of wrapping up this video, and this video is one where we wanted to show you highlights of our time here at Pinery Provincial Park in Ontario. And so we have been here for 4 nights, or actually 3 nights, and we were going to extend it for 1 more night after today. But we know that the weather forecast is suggesting it's going to rain, so we're actually going to head out tomorrow. So this is a new park for you, Shannon. So what would you say were your highlights of the time that we spent here as our first camping outing of the year?
I actually enjoyed the bike trails, like I said before. The Ausable River, it's beautiful. I'd like to come back and do more of that, especially in the fall. I think that would be beautiful. There are a lot of hiking trails that I've only been on in the winter. But everything you could possibly want, they have here.
Yep. So this morning I got up nice and early and went down to the Riverside Trail. Brought you along on that. So that was great because I like to get there before the crowds get there. And Shannon and I went for a bike ride yesterday and discovered that bike trail isn't just up in the day use area where you're sharing the road with vehicles, but you get your own lane. This actually is carved through the woods. We really enjoyed that, so we went back for round 2 and brought you along on that journey. And then yesterday you had a chance to see our kayaking, but you didn't get a real good sense of it. It was windy. It was very windy. So anyway, we were hoping to get out again today, but the wind gusts were going to be a little on the gusty side, shall we say. So anyway, we didn't tackle it. So we brought our 2 vehicles because we figured we would get some, kayaking in and cycling and things like that. However, cycling is always something that we do because that's easy to do. You don't have to even find a body of water for that. And of course, we really enjoy our trailer, and that is something that, it's been out for the first time this year. Miley has really enjoyed her cat tent. She's giving the impression she's unimpressed right now, and part of that is because I think she's exhausted because there's all that stimulation with her sitting out in a tent where she can be seen on all sides, and animals like the occasional squirrel, birds can approach on all sides, so she's constantly on an alert. So I had to actually just carry her from the bedroom out here because she wasn't even interested in making her way out. Anyway, it's a great park. If you've never been, really no mosquito issues here either. Oh my God, it's amazing that way. So that is a wrap, and we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Thanks for joining us. There's my little girl. I'm still here.